It's a measure of everything that we produce and sell in the UK, and it's compiled from thousands of surveys completed by UK businesses and by the government. Now, it includes everything from how many cars we've made, the number of houses that have been built, how many haircuts people have paid for, what we've bought in the shops, everything. And the economists collect all of this data and get an average economic output figure. Now, it's represented as a percentage, and last time we heard that UK GDP was at minus 0.3% for the last 3 months of the year. So we produced less than we had previously. Now, let me explain this with an example. Now, say I've got a business which made £1 million in 2011, and then a year later it makes £3,000 less. That means that the value of my business output fell by 0.3%. It doesn't sound like much, but a shrinking economy is important.
It means a number of different things. For example, in recession, we usually see rising unemployment. We usually see people working shorter hours, having to take part-time jobs rather than full-time jobs. Earnings are under pressure. We see more bankruptcies, personal bankruptcies, and companies becoming insolvent, and sentiment generally is poorer. So that tends to mean that people are unwilling to take longer-term spending decisions, and businesses are unwilling to invest.
Now, the Office for National Statistics measure this GDP figure in quarters, so every 3 months. Now, if it's negative for 2 quarters, that means we're in recession. Now, have a look at this graph of what's been happening since the financial crisis started. You can see in 2008 we first go into recession. You can see how it dips under the line there for 5 quarters. We come out of it over a year later, but things look ropey again at the end of 2010, although we don't technically go into recession then. But then at the end of 2011 we do. That's the double dip. And if you look at the last data we had for the end of 2012, well, the economy shrank again. So if the figure is negative today, it means that we're in a third recession, the triple dip. So what does this mean for business?
I'm Claire Watkin, and I'm from the Fine Bedding Company. We manufacture duvets and pillows, and we sell them to leading high street retailers within the UK. So for our business, the recession has added extra pressure onto the business, and we've had to focus a lot on the costs of running the business, but it's also been an opportunity, and we've invested a lot in automating our machinery, on driving down the cost of production so that we can produce quality product at much more competitive prices. On top of that, we've also outsourced a lot of non-core functions of the business, and that means that we have improved our distribution by using third-party warehouse, for instance, and other options. So we've improved our service and reduced our costs.